S.H Figuarts Dragon Ball Super Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegito, or Vegito Blue 2.0, was released in Japan on the 19th of October as a Bandai premium exclusive and retails for roughly 6,000 yen or about 60 US dollars. This release, along with Zamasu, is also available on Bandai Premium US and is set to release next month for US-based collectors. So I think this figure has received a lot of mixed opinions since its release, and I can kind of understand some of the complaints it's been getting. Some people don't like the face, the gi isn't accurate enough, no peg hole to hold up the spirit sword, lack of any other forms. Though I do agree Tamashii should have used the torso from the Super Saiyan Blue 2.0 body instead of the Saiyan Raised on Earth body, I kind of think I'm in the minority who actually think the head and face sculpts are the best thing about the figure. Yeah, not having a peg hole to support the spirit sword was probably a bad decision, but you can still hold it up with a Tamashii stand, just not quite so elegantly. And yeah, I know a lot of people are going to compare this with the Demonical Fit Vegito, which is a great figure on its own, but I feel that both figures, even the older S.H Figuarts Vegito 1.0, all have their pros and cons. Each figure, in my opinion anyway, brings something a little different to the table, and I really don't think there is a clear, definitive Vegito. Alright, long intro, so let's get into the details. As I mentioned, the torso is just a reversed colored Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku, with the upper gi pants also borrowed from the Goku 2.0 mold. But if you look closely at the bottom half, that's brand new sculpt work right there. It's not used by any other figure, and even though most people won't even notice the difference, it's something I definitely appreciate. Tamashii made the effort to give us something a little different when they could have just easily given us a straight up repaint of the Goku 2.0 mold. Boots and gloves are borrowed from Vegeta, as they should be, but the head sculpt is what makes this figure shine in my opinion. I'm loving the very Banpresto-esque sculpt work going on. It doesn't feel flat or one-dimensioned. The hair is really well defined and very well sculpted. They've used a lighter shade of blue, almost turquoise, with a nice metallic shine to it. It is kind of hard to pick up on camera. It's a little subtle, but a really nice touch. To me, the faces look great, and though I know some people prefer the Demonical Fit faces, I think the faces look specific to Vegito. I mean, if you don't like the faces, that's totally cool, I get it. But I think there's always room for interpretation to some degree, as long as they don't totally screw it up like the base form Gohan head from the Great Saiyan Man figure. For paintwork, Tamashii tried giving us shading around the legs. It's kinda hard to pick up since the blues don't have enough contrast, but it's definitely there. There's a bit of shading around the inner areas of his arms, but that's about it. Simple, clean, nothing spectacular. Alright guys, let's take a look at the articulation, and it's basically Goku with Vegeta's feet and hands, but first of all the head, he does move his head quite far up, which is great, and it's because we get a lot of clearance here at the back of the neck here, sorry, the back of the head here, so he does have a lot of range of movement in his head, which is great. Side to side rotation, some pretty good tilt actually, which is very nice. And we also get here at his shoulders your basic butterfly joints. The gi pieces here, the shoulder gi pieces here do move out of the way like Goku. He's got 360 rotation at the shoulder, 90 degrees there at the arms, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, swivels at the wrists, hinges. Looking at the torso, basic 2.0 Goku torso, so you get upper torso rotation, tilt left and right, waist swivel, some pretty decent ab crunch forward,
back. So for legs, you get backward and forward splits, 180 there. Side splits not quite 180 degrees, but it's pretty close. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and yes, you do have swivel. The foot moves down that much, moves up this much, toe articulation, and you do get some ankle pivot, but again, it's almost non-existent, and this is one of the gripes that I have. It's nothing new, but I've always thought this about the Vegito figure, that you don't get the greatest range of motion with the feet. I mean, even with Goku, it's not the greatest, but you still get, some ankle pivot, but it just makes, posing this guy and balancing him, just that a little bit extra hard, just to get him to stand up properly. So I really do hope Tamashii improves on the leg articulation, the feet articulation for future Vegeta-esque or Vegeta-based figures.
So one of my gripes with this figure is that it didn't come with a base form head, and I know it's based on Vegito's appearance in the Goku Black arc. Vegito was only in his base form for 30 seconds before powering up to blue, so yeah, I get why they wouldn't include it. Still, it would have been nice. Anyway, you still get plenty of accessories and some really good ones too. Starting with the heads, we get 3 face plates that you need to attach the bangs each time. Yes, the bangs are detachable. And 1 shouting face plate that has the bangs permanently fixed to the face. Why they did this, I have no idea. But they look great and I'm happy with them. Next we get some hands, plenty of hands. A set of fists, 3 Kamehameha hands, 2 right, 1 left. One of those hands has a peg hole in it, so you can actually attach the final Kamehameha to his right hand, much like future Trunks. A set of blast palms, a right closed palm hand for the spirit sword, a come and get some hand, a 2 fingers gun gesture hand, and 1 hand for, people say it's for deflecting a blast from Zamasu or choking him while holding him down. But yeah, and I don't know, you can use it for pretty much whatever you want. Gave me a reason to crack open Bulma. We also get a very impressive looking spirit sword, which is actually quite heavy, and most of the weight is at the base of the spirit sword. And those 2 pieces, they're made up of 2 pieces, are cast in more of a softer, clear plastic, while the actual beam, the actual sword part, is harder, clear yellow plastic. It fits right into Vegito's hand, but the problem a lot of people have with this is that it doesn't have a hole to hold it up, which I totally get. It would have been pretty easy to do, but instead you'll have to use a flight stance claw thingy to hold it up, which doesn't look as elegant, but it still works. You also get a clip that you can attach to Zamasu's back, and you have to remove the tip of the sword, and in the tip of the sword you have a clear connector piece which you remove. You attach the clip piece to that tip piece of the sword, clip it onto Zamasu, and then you can recreate the spirit sword piercing through Zamasu's body. Finally, and this has got to be my favorite accessory, the charged final Kamehameha, which I think looks fantastic. Clear blue and yellow plastic. The lightning yellow parts are made from a softer plastic, so no worries about, snapping them off. And as I mentioned earlier, it does plug into the right hand via a sculpted peg, so you can get Vegito doing some, one-handed Kamehameha, final Kamehameha action. In all honesty, I don't really have any huge problems with Vegito Blue. Yes, the gi should have been a deeper V-cut, and my biggest gripe, the limited feet articulation, which I really do hope Tamashii improve on in the near future. But other than that, I really do enjoy the figure. It does, however, leave me wanting more, and what I mean by that is that on its own, as a Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, it's great. Don't get me wrong, it's fantastic as a Super Saiyan Blue 2.0. It comes with pretty much everything Vegito used or did in that short amount of time that he appeared in the anime. Yes, I would have loved a base and Super Saiyan head with some crossed arms, but I'd be disappointed if Tamashii decided not to give us a base and Super Saiyan form of Vegito in the near future, which I'm pretty sure they will. They could pack in different accessories for a Super Saiyan Vegito release, lose the final Kamehameha and Spirit Sword, and throw in a base form head, as well as some folded arms to make purchasing the same figure twice worth it. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the review. As always, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for watching. I'll have my Imagination Works Goku review up this weekend. Hopefully, it should arrive tomorrow. But do look out for that. Make sure you hit the bell button so you know when that goes live. But anyway, that's all from me for today. Stay safe, take good care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all very, very soon. Yoroshiku!